Hi all, good morning. Last class we were discussed about the files, what is file, what are the different types of file we are using in our for implementing our programs. Then how we will declare a files. Then different operations associated with these files. Creating, opening, closing, reading. So for that, we have discussed how we will open a files in using a C program. So that we discussed by using the function fopen, we can open the file. By using that function fopen, we can open the file. Then in that case, we have discussed that there are different modes are there for opening. Okay, we can open the files in different modes. Okay, these are the different modes. Okay, that a file can open. Mainly, three modes are there. One is writing mode, or we will call a write mode. Then next one is appending mode, or we can say append mode, and reading mode or read mode. Okay, so the letter W that is used to specify that the given file is opening in write mode. Okay, the letter W, which is used to specify that the given file is opening in write mode. Then next is append mode. For representing append mode, we will use the letter A. Okay, letter A that is used for representing append mode. Then last one is read mode. For specifying the file in read mode, we will use the letter R. This R is used to represent read mode. Okay. Then what is write mode? That means we can write the content into the file. Okay, suppose if you want to write something into that file, then you can open the file in writing mode. Okay, then if you open a file in writing mode, then what will happen is that if file is already exist, then the contents of the files will be deleted. Okay, then you can write new contents into that file. Okay, else what will happen if the file is not existed, then it will create a new file with a specified name. Okay, so that is what is happening when you are opening write mode. Okay, that is if file is already exist, then contents will be cleared. That means all the contents will be deleted in that in that file. Okay, then you can write the new content into that file. Okay, else if the file is not exist, that means your specified file is not exist in your memory, then it will create a new file. Okay, and a new file with the specified names created. That means it will create a new file. So that is what writing mode. Okay, then next mode is append mode. Append mode, this one. Okay, append mode. If you open a file in append mode, then these are the things happening. If file is already exist, then open with the content safe. That means content won't delete the content. Okay, content will be there. Okay, then you can write the additional content into that file. Okay, so that is what append mode. And if the file is not exist, then it will create a new file. Okay, with a specified name. Okay, so that is append mode. Then last mode is reading mode. Reading mode means reading mode is used to read the content from the file. Okay, if the file is already exist, then it will be open in the reading mode, and you can read the content. files, contents in that file will be safe. Okay, it won't delete anything. You can read the content from that files. Okay, if the file is not exist, that is, if you are trying to open a file in read mode, but the files are not exist, then it will give you an error message. Okay, else errors occur. That means that it will give you an error message. Okay, so these are the main modes. Okay, main three modes for opening file. That is writing mode, append mode, and reading mode. Okay, writing mode is used to write some content into the files. Okay, and append mode, also you can write the content, but what is the difference between writing mode and append mode? Here in writing mode, it will delete the content. Okay, present content in that file. It will delete all the present content in that file, and you can write the content. But in append mode, it won't delete the content. You can add additional content into that file. Okay, so that is the difference. Then some other additional modes are also there. Okay, apart from this writing W, A, and R, some other additional modes are there. That is R plus, W plus, and A plus. Okay, R plus, W plus, and A plus. Here R plus, it open to the beginning for both reading and writing operations. Okay, so R plus is used to perform suppose if you are opening a file in R plus mode, then you can perform both the reading and writing operations. Okay, it is similar to that reading mode and writing mode operations, but it will open, the cursor position will be in the beginning of the file. Okay, so that is the important thing. That means when you are open a file in R plus mode, the cursor position in the file will be in the beginning. Okay, then you can perform both the reading and writing operations. Okay, then next another mode is W plus. Okay, W plus. W plus is same as our W mode, that means writing mode, except that it can perform both the reading and writing operation. Similar to writing mode, and also it can perform both the reading and writing operation. Then A plus mode is also there. A plus mode is similar to append mode, except both for reading and writing. Okay, then some other types of files are, we discussed that binary files are also there. Okay, so these are all the things that we have discussed about the text to file. Okay, suppose if you want to write something into binary files, we have discussed that two types of file, .txt and .bin files are there, isn't it? So in that case, for reading, writing, and append operations, you can use these symbols, these characters: RB for reading operation, WB for writing operation, or append, AB for append operations. Okay. So these are the different modes that is present in the file operations in a C program. Okay, so here is an example. FPTR is equal to fopen. You are opening a file. Okay, then this is the name of the file, xyz.jpg. JPG means what? You are opening a image file. Then RB. Then in that binary file you are reading. Okay, it is open in read mode. Okay, so these are the different modes. Okay, writing mode. For representing writing mode, you can use W. Okay, then append mode, you can use A. For reading mode, R is the letter which is used to represent reading mode or read mode. Then R plus, W plus, A plus, then RB is there, WB is there, and AB is there. These are for binary files. Okay, these are for binary files. നെക്സ്റ്റ് ഇത് വിസിബിൾ ആണോ സ്ലൈഡ്? അല്ലേ, ഈ സ്ലൈഡ് വിസിബിൾ അല്ലേ നിങ്ങൾക്ക്? ആണോ? ഓക്കെ, Next is closing a file. Okay, after the completion of your file operation, you need to close the file. Okay, so before starting any file operation, first you need to open the file. Then after the complete operation, after you perform the complete operation, at last you need to close the file. Okay, so for closing both binary and text file, we need to close that file after reading or writing operations. Okay, so for closing an file, we can use a function called fclose. Fclose. Okay, so fclose is the function which is used to close the file. Okay, so this is the syntax for closing the file fclose. Then inside that you need to specify the file pointer associated with that file. Okay, fclose inside the functional bracket, you need to specify the file pointer associated with that file. This is enough. Okay, if you specify this statement in your program, what will happen? It will close the file. Okay, so here fp is a file pointer associated with the file to be closed. Okay, so this is the function for which is used to close the file. For opening a file, you can use fopen. Then for closing a file, you can use fclose. Okay. Here is an example to just open a file and close a file. Okay, so this is an example for opening and closing a file using fopen and fclose. Okay, so how we will write that? So first we need to declare the file pointer. That is the first pointer you need to remember. Okay, then after that you can open the file by using fopen, by using the function fopen. Then you can perform whatever the operation that you want. Okay, either read operation or write operation. After completing the reading and writing operations, you can close the file. Okay, you need to close the file. It is mandatory. Okay, so how we will write the program for opening and closing the file. Okay, so first statement, it is as usual, hash include stdio.h. Then inside the main program, you can write the program. Okay, here you can specify that in the main. Okay, this is our main program. After that, you need to declare the file. Okay, how we will declare the file? First, which keyword we need to use for declaring a file? Anybody? Which keyword is used for declaring a file? Anybody? Which keyword we need to use for declaring a file? File pointer. First we need to declare a file pointer, then only we can open the file, isn't it? Okay, the which keyword we are using for declaring a file pointer? Anybody? FP is a pointer name. You asking the keyword. Okay, file, correct. Okay, file is the keyword. That is the syntax, correct. That means file followed by the file pointer. That is, keyword here we are using is file, this one, F-I-L-E. Okay, capital letter F-I-L-E, followed by, you need to put an asterisk symbol, star symbol. Okay, then you can specify the file pointer. File pointer name, whatever the name, like an identifier, you can put the name of the file pointer. FP, PTR or FPTR, whatever the name you want, you can put it. Okay, so but this is mandatory. File, the keyword here you need to use is file. Okay, then start FP, semicolon. That means you have declared a file pointer FP. That means by using this file pointer, you can point a file. Okay, then after declaring the file pointer, by using that file pointer, you can open the file. For opening a file, we have already discussed that we can use the function fopen. Okay, so you can write fp is equal to fopen. you need to specify the name of the file we are in the quotes. Okay, here the name of the file is example. Okay, example. Here we are opening a text file. So write .txt, comma. We are opening that file in read mode. So we can specify that as R. So this is the syntax. Okay, this is the statement that we need to write for opening a file. Then here you can write whatever the operation that you want to perform. Okay, then finally you can close. Okay, for closing the file, we can use the function fclose. Okay, fclose, then inside that write fp. Okay, fclose, inside that you need to put the file pointer name. Here the file pointer name is fp, put it here. Okay, then the semicolon, it will automatically close your file. Okay, return 0 because we have used here return type is integer, that is why we have specified it as return 0. Okay, so this is a simple example for opening and closing a file. Okay, got it. So next is reading from file. That means what are the different predefined file handling functions that are used for performing read operations. Okay, reading a file means we are reading the contents that is present in the file. Okay, to our C program. So these are the different predefined functions that are used for reading files. Okay, get C is there, get W is there, fscanf, fgets, and fread. These are the different methods or functions. Sometimes the question may ask what are the different methods, or sometimes it will ask what are the different functions. Both are same. Okay, so these are the different functions: get C, get W, fscanf, fgets, and fread. These are the different functions which are used for reading contents from the file. Okay, so we can discuss each methods in detail. First method is get C. Get C. Okay, so this function get C is used to read a character from the specified file which is opening in reading mode. Okay, so get C is a method which is used to read a character from the specified file which is opening in read mode. Okay, it reads from the current position of the cursor. Okay, it reads the data from the current position. Okay, after reading the character, cursor will be in the next character. Okay, so for reading a character, we will use get C. Okay, so this is the syntax. Okay, here is the syntax for writing the get C method. Use get C, then inside the functional bracket you need to specify the file pointer. Okay, file pointer. So here is an example that ch is equal to get C fp. Here fp is the file pointer. Then get C function will return a character that will be copied into ch. Okay, so that is what get C. Okay, get C is a method which is used to read a character from specified file which is opening in read mode. Okay, get C is a method which is used to read a character from specified file which is opening in read mode. Okay, then next function is get W. Okay, that is another function used for reading file. Here get W, this function is used to read an integer value from the specified file which is opening in reading mode. Get W is used to read an integer value. Okay, this is a syntax for using that get W. That is get W, then inside the functional bracket you can write what the file pointer name. Here file pointer name. Okay, this is example ch is equal to get W fp. That means you are reading some integer value from the file that is specified by this file pointer. Okay, then that will be copied into the variable ch. Okay, so that is get w. Get w is a function used to read an integer value from the specified file, and get c is a function which is used to read a character from the specified file. Then next function which is used to read a file is fscanf. Okay, fscanf. Scanf, before that you have studied one scanf function, isn't it? What is the use of scanf function? What is the use of scanf function? Where we have used scanf function? Have you heard the term scanf? What is the use of that scanf function? Chandana. Chandana. What is the use of scanf function? Chandana. Chandana present alle? Rehan. Rehan. Rakil. Rakil. ഞാൻ പറയുന്നത് നിങ്ങൾ കേൾക്കുന്നില്ലേ? ഓഡിബിൾ അല്ലേ? സിക്ത. To read data. Correct. Okay. To read data from the keyboard. Okay. For that we are using scanf. Okay. Here, a scanf is used to read multiple data type value from the specified file. Okay, fscanf is used to read multiple data type. Multiple data type means you can read integer type, floating point type, double type, string type, character type, whatever the type. Okay, different types of data you can read by using this fscanf function. Okay, so fscanf is a function which is used to read multiple data type value from the specified file which is opening in read mode. Okay, so this is the syntax for using that fscanf function. Okay, this is the syntax. Fscanf. First you need to specify the file pointer, then you need to specify the type. Okay, for specifying that type you can use format specifier. Okay, then you need to specify the address of the variable. Okay, address of the variable where these values to be stored. After reading the file, after reading the content from the file, you need to store that value. So here you can specify the address of that variable. Okay, here is an example. Here we are opening a file with a file pointer fp. Okay, fp is the file pointer, then comma, we are reading 4 values. Okay, first 3 values are string type and the last 2 values is integer type. Okay, in this fscanf we studied that we can read multiple data type values. Okay, here first 3 values we are reading is in string type and last value will be the integer type. So these are the different format specifier we have used here. Percentage s, percentage s, percentage s. Okay, these are for string. Then last percentage d, that is for integer type. Okay, then all these values are stored into, first string will be stored into str1, then second will be str2, and third will be str3, then fourth integer type value will be stored into the variable here. Okay, here we need to specify the ampersand symbol because it is integer type of value. Okay, it is a single value. Here string, why we have not specified here ampersand, because strings it is actually a character type array. So for reading that character type array, you just write the name of the array, that is enough. Okay, so that is why we have not specified ampersand here. Okay, here it is a single variable of integer type, so we need to specify the ampersand. Okay, this is what the fscanf function. Okay, this function is used to read a multiple data type value from the specified file, which is open in reading mode. Then another function is the fgets. Okay, this is also a function which is used to read read the content from the file in read mode. Okay, here in this method is used to read a set of characters from a file which is opening in read mode. We can read a set of characters, okay, from the file in the reading mode, beginning from the cursor, okay, current cursor position. Okay, then the fgets function reading terminates with the reading null character. Okay, when you read a null character, then fgets function will be terminated. So this is the syntax. Okay, this is the syntax for using fgets function. First, we need to write fgets, then variable name, then number of characters you are going to read, then you need to specify the file pointer. Okay, first you have to write the variable name. That means where you will store these values. Okay, then you need to specify the number of characters. Here we have discussed that, but we can read a set of characters. Okay, we can read a set of characters from the file. So we need to specify the number of characters that you are going to read by using this fgets function. Then last argument is file pointer. Okay, file pointer will specify which file you are going to read. Okay, so this is an example, fgets str. Okay, str is a string. Okay, then 6, you are reading 6 character, then fp is the file pointer. Okay, so this is the example for fgets function. Then one more function is for reading a file, that is fread. Okay, fread. Okay, that is also a function used to read content from the file. Okay, which is also a function used to read content from the file. Okay, that is the syntax. This is the syntax that is used for read the file. Here this fread function, which is used to read a specific number of sequence of characters from the specified file, which is opening in read mode. Okay, that is what fread. That is, this function is used to read specific number of sequence of characters from the specified file, which is opening in reading mode. Okay, so this is the syntax for writing fread function. First, you need to specify the source address. Okay, where you are going to store the values. Okay, first you need to write the source address, then size of the reading element. You need to specify the size of the reading element. Then you need to specify number of characters you are going to read. Okay, finally you need to specify the file pointer. Okay, finally you have to specify the file pointer. So this is the syntax for reading a file. Okay, fread, source, size of the reading element, number of characters, then file pointer. Okay, so here is an example. Here str is the source address where you are going to store the value that are reading from the file. Then you can specify, here we are reading character, so that is why we have specified it as size of character. Or you can specify directly, you can specify 2. Okay, both is allowed. Size of character directly you can specify, or you can use by using size of operator. Okay, size of character. Then you can, here 5 is the number of character that you are going to read. Okay, then fp is the file pointer. fp is the file pointer. Okay, so this is the read function. Okay, so these are the different functions that are used for reading contents from the file. What are the functions? Get C, get W, fscanf, fgets, fread. Okay, get C, get W, fscanf, fgets, fread. Get C, syntax used for reading a character, fw for reading integer value, then fscanf, you can read multiple data type values, fgets, it will read a set of characters, then fread. Okay, by using fread, you can read a specific number of sequence of character from the specified file. Next is writing to a file. There are different function methods are there for writing something to the file. Okay, reading means we are reading the contents that is present in the file to our C program. Then writing means we are rewriting from C program to file. Okay. These are the different methods that are used for writing content into the file. Okay, so for writing something, you need to open the file in write mode. Then only you can write. Okay, so these are the different functions. Put C, put W, fprintf, fputs, and fwrite. Okay, put C, put W, fprintf, fputs, and fwrite. First one is put C. What may be put C? Get C used for reading a character. Similar. Put C is used to insert a character into the specified file when the file is opened in writing mode. Okay, so that is put C. Put C is a function which is used to write or insert a character into the specified file when the file is opened in writing mode. This is the syntax. Okay, put C. Then you need to specify the character. File pointer. Here is the example. You are going to write a letter A. Okay, you are going to write a letter A to the file. Okay, so for that, this is the statement you need to write in your C program. That is put to C. Then inside in a single quotes, you need to specify the letter. Here we are writing A. Okay, then specify that as A, comma FP. That is the file pointer. Okay, semicolon. So this is the example. So remember, put C is a function used to write or insert a character to the specified file when the file is opened in writing mode. Next is put W. Put W. This function is used to write or insert an integer value to the specified file when the file is opening in writing mode. Okay, put W is a function which is used to insert an integer value. Okay, which is used to insert an integer value to the specified file. Okay, here this is the syntax. First, here in this put W function, it has two arguments will be the okay. First, you need to specify the integer type of value. Then you need to specify the file pointer. Okay. This is example. Here we are writing 66, the value 66 into the file. Okay, so put to W 66, comma FP semicolon. That is enough. Okay, put to W 66, comma FP semicolon. That means you will write the value 66 into the file corresponding to that file pointer FP. Okay, then put a semicolon. So that is put W. Okay. Then next one is fprintf. Okay, similar to that, this function is used to write or insert a multiple line of text with the mixed data type. Okay, with the mixed data type. Mixed data type means you can write integer type, character type, floating point type, double, whatever the type. Okay, you can write the multiple data type into the specified file, which is opening in writing mode. Okay, so that is fprintf. So this is the syntax fprintf star. First we need to specify the file pointer, then you can specify the data. Okay, whatever the data you are going to write, you have to specify that. Okay, so here is an example. Okay, fprintf, first we are specifying the file pointer, then after that we are writing a string as well as an integer type of value. Okay, so this is line 1. Then next line you are going to write the value of the integer. Here the value of the integer is 10. Okay, so that is, I have specified here. Okay, that means you will write a 2 line of text into the 2 lines into the file. First line is, this is line 1. Then in next line it will write the value 10. Okay, this is what fprintf. Okay. Fprintf is used to insert or write multiple line of text with a mixed data type, that is character, int, float, or double. Okay. Next is fputs. Okay, fputs. Fput. This is a method used to insert string data into the specified file, which is opening in writing. Okay, fput is used to specify string data type. Okay, so this is the syntax fputs. Then you have to write the string, which you are going to write it into the file. Then you need to specify the file pointer. Okay, here is the example. Okay, hi, how are you? This is the string that you are going to insert in your file. Then this is the file pointer. So fputs, inside that first argument will be the string you are going to insert, then next argument will be the file pointer, semicolon. Okay, fputs. Fput is a method used to insert a string data type into the specified file. Okay, then another function which is used to write is fwrite. Okay, fwrite. Here, this function is used to insert a specified number of characters into a binary file. Okay, which is open in writing mode. Okay, this fwrite is a function which is used to specify, which is used to write a specified number of characters into a binary file. Okay, so this is the syntax. First, we need to write the string, that means the data. Okay, then size of the data, then number of characters you are going to write, and finally you need to write the file point. Okay, so first the data, here you can specify the address of the variable, or directly you can put the data, then size of the data, then number of character, that here it is 5, then file point. Okay, so this is what fwrite. Fwrite is a function used to insert a specified number of character into a binary file. Okay, so these are the different functions that are for writing a content into a file. Put C, put W, fprintf, fputs, and fwrite. അപ്പം ഇതിൽ എന്തെങ്കിലും ഡൗട്ട് ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ ചോദിക്കാം, ഇല്ലെങ്കിൽ നിങ്ങളുടെ അറ്റൻഡൻസ് ടൈപ്പ് ചെയ്തു. റിഷാൽ, സരിക, ഫർഹാന, സയന, നസ്രി, അനുശ്രീ, അമാന, ഷസ്, അമൽ, അമയ, ആര്യ, ധിയ, അഫ്ര, അന്വയ, സിക്ത, ഋതുൽ, അഭിജിത്ത്, ആർദ്ര, ആദിത്യ, അനന്യ, ചന്ദന, അക്ഷയ്, വിനയ, നന്ദനരാജ്, ഫാത്തിമ ജുമീന, ദിയ, അങ്കിത, രഖിൽ, സൂര്യനന്ദ, അതുൽ എ, അഭിജിത്ത്, ഫാത്തിമ റിൻസി, ഹിബ, റെയ്ഹാൻ, റാനിയ, മുഹമ്മദ് ഹുസൈൻ, ഖദീജ, ഫാത്തിമ ജുമീന, അദ്വൈത്, അനുശ്രീ, ഹസ്ന അബ്ദുൾ റഹ്മാൻ, അതുൽ എ, അഭിരാഗ്, സ്നേഹ, ഫിദ. ഓക്കെ, അപ്പൊ ഇത്രയും പേരാണുള്ളത് അല്ലേ. അപ്പൊ നമുക്ക് അടുത്ത ക്ലാസ് കാണാം. താങ്ക് യു.